Hello and welcome to the newest edition or new edition of the Magic of Boot. Ronnie here. I have Shudipta with me. How are you doing, Shudipta?
So far good. How about you?
I'm doing okay as well in terms of football and action. There's international games are coming up. This is an international
Mhm.
break, but I guess we got to speak a little bit about what has happened, especially in Champions League, as well as you know some of the major thing that has happened, as well as some of the European leagues highlights. So.
Well,
Uh,
for me, last week was really exciting. Like, I watched so many matches, and well, I had time last week, and it was actually worth it. Like, everything was worth it. like, I only missed Milan derby, but almost
then you probably missed everything. I'm just joking around
not
because
really.
that derby was special. Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, exactly. Like when I was actually reading the what is happening in the matches and whenever I can, so I was like biting my nails and I was like, well, I'm missing everything. So,
Okay.
but what can I say?
Let's start somewhere from where you have actually seen the game and actually liked it so much. I mean, you've seen probably many, but at least few. Pick probably top two, three.
From last week,
Yeah.
actually, it is really hard for me. It would be because I saw three different types of game.
Okay.
Like one is, I would say, like almost perfect game I have ever seen played by one team. Like it's unbelievable to watch this sort of control. I'm talking about Man City, Manchester Derby. Um,
Okay. Yeah. No. No. I remember right now. Yeah. It was something. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry to interrupt.
and I watched Ajax versus Dortmund.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For me, I have some sort of like emotional attachment to Ajax, obviously, and how they destroyed Dortmund. It
Yeah.
was it was pretty brutal. Also, Leipzig. I was kind of supporting Leipzig in the against PSG or against Dortmund this week, and they actually never disappointed me this time. And well, this player, how can I say, Nkuku. Um, well, he's like playing, like walking on, how can I say, on clouds probably. How
Okay.
he played the whole week.
Let's go in a little bit of detail. So let's start somewhere. It probably seems to be a little bit dear to you, RB Leipzig. So you're talking about RB Leipzig's performance against PSG.
Actually, I was doubtful about them before the season started because Nagelsmann left, so does some of his players, and how the coach actually arranged the whole thing and how they played the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
Especially like I told you, like three types of game I watched. One is with this perfect game. One is like how can I say, with this sort of game management, and another is like something like tech, like how can I say, technical
I would say
tactical games.
visual art too. I mean, if you're talking about Ajax, Ajax was something different. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and yeah, let's start with Leipzig. They won against Borussia Dortmund. Unfortunately, Haaland was not there, but still they beat
Mm-hmm.
uh, Dortmund, and also they drew against PSG in the Champions League.
Yeah.
It was 2-2. the thing is that it, I don't know, like when PSG scored the second goal, and then they weren't like, I don't know, they were somewhere in between attack and defense. They don't know, like they were trying to pass the time, and it didn't actually feel like a big team is playing, or like this whole stars like Wijnaldum was there. He scored two goals. Di Maria was there. Messi wasn't there, but still Di Maria was there.
Neymar.
Mbappe, Neymar. Yeah, they were missing chances, and the
And if I'm
worst thing
not
is that like,
mistaken, it's 2-1 was the score after 56 or 57 minutes.
yeah, exactly. And the rest of the time, PSG did not actually make any sort of clear chance. There were actually some clear, well, I would say like 50-50 chances, but they didn't actually. Normally, they would actually try to
Mm-hmm.
at least score, or like put it in the post or something like this, or make some sort of like a statement or something like this last 35, it was like if I'm a PSG fan, I would actually like ask for money. So yeah, but I wasn't, fortunately. I liked how the game ended.
Yeah.
It was actually really decisive by uh, uh, VAR technology. It was clearly a foul, and they got the uh, penalty fair and square. So, and the whole team was playing the whole match. Even they conceded like two goals, like way before the end of the game. They actually tried to, at least like they had this structure, this formation, like throughout the whole games. And players like Mbappe, Neymar, they didn't actually get much space the whole
No,
time.
not at all. And what I liked about RB Leipzig, especially whatever very little I've seen so far from this season, I'm not an avid follower of Leipzig, but I like the way they have kept the way of pressing opponents, and also there is a lot of speed when they move forward. I mean, they try to penetrate, and they're fairly direct, and a lot of good attribute from Nagelsmann had. It's been there. I mean, it's not changed over like like.
No, no, not really. Even it looks better because against the Dortmund game, like against Dortmund, they actually outrun Dortmund's midfield quite a few times. Like even Bellingham and others, they could not actually like catch up with these forwards. And when
Exa-
they are going to they were going to attacks, they were actually like four or five players. They weren't actually like
Two or three.
throwing players.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's more like one to ones or something like this, or like a long ball, and then someone is making a flick inside and something like this. And but still, like they can actually build up this counter attack, like well, two three types of how can I say combinations or something like this. Like it's a total mess. So like um, yeah, it's hard. It is really a hard team to play against.
Exactly. You
And
don't want to
Mark,
play them.
yeah, you don't want to play them. And Marsh, Jesse Marsh,
Yes.
he actually caught my eyes, like how they are playing, and they still have like players in like Dani Olmo in the bench,
Olsen on the bench.
and huh? Also, yeah,
Paulson of the Danish player.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He's a
He
different kind of
wasn't
an
actually in the
attacker.
team.
Yeah.
He wasn't actually in the team against Dortmund,
Yeah.
and Moriba was there
Yeah.
in the bench. So
A lot of
um,
young players, and also I thought the other thing I was talking about attack, but when they lose the ball and the opponents try to attack them, and obviously they're trying to make the lines of the defense and midfield as compact as possible. They are very quickly back on the defense, and the amount of
this.
amount of distance the midfielders cover. So I was thinking, holy, how do they do that without that much of intent and training and and fitness?
The funny thing is that they actually outrun like Bellingham. It's unbelievable. And there's this moment I had to actually mention, like I was going to mention before, um, when and Nkunku was in the box. It was probably in the second half. He actually like make a he got the ball. Like there were like from the counter attack, there were like two three defenders in front of him, and he make the turn, and he was still in the control of the ball. Then there was another defender in front of him, and he was make a 360-degree turn, and then he tried to shoot, and he actually shoot it in the post. And I would say like unlucky him, it would be one of the best goal like I have ever seen in my life. Like it was unbelievable, and he kind of like reminded me this like young version of Dennis Bergkamp, like when he was like doing stuff in the box. And oh, it was actually breathtaking, and this game was like really awesome.
So here's a major question. So would Leipzig is obviously slaughtered against PSG as well as is it who is the other big team in the group in the Champions League?
Manchester City, yeah.
City. So do you back them to go into the next round?
I would,
It's
if it is up to me, like if Lionel Messi is playing for PSG, but still I would say like it's better. I would see, I would love to see Leipzig in the second round than this version of PSG.
Yeah, I want to just point out here that the thing I talked about RB Leipzig, that the tenacity and the quickness of or agility to go back and forth, especially the midfielders and form an extra layer to the defense. I saw none of that from any of the PSG. To be very honest, yes, Wijnaldum did score. He was there in the box. This is probably the first time, but they don't have the players who really covers their defense really and the jog.
Only Di Maria was covering, because I saw him running in the left and running in the right, and everywhere he was there. Like he was involved in probably every attack
Yeah.
PSG had. So,
No,
but
I was particularly talking about that midfield they had. It's pathetic to see some of the highly paid. I mean, most of the players there is very highly paid. Even Kimpembe. But they don't show the. I don't see passion. I don't see a team yet.
first goal was considered because of actually him.
Yeah.
Like they don't have they have like a, I don't know, like from the beginning to the start they play 4-3-3, and there is this always they shape like this defensive midfielder who drops a little bit, and other two guys they weren't actually in the line,
No,
so
they're
that
not
they,
coherent. Yeah, exactly.
no, not at all. Like I don't know. Like I thought, like I thought at least like Verratti would be the leader of this midfield, but I don't see like he doesn't have this leadership quality in the midfield. Like 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 every line there should be
Someone.
someone who actually can maintain this thing. Like yeah, they have this Mbappe. The Mbappe runs sometimes randomly, or Di Maria runs randomly. But apart from that, like there is no leader actually in the team. Actually, there are too many leaders, and nobody
Or
knows like
too
who.
many individuals. That what you meant probably. Yeah, that's like exactly right. I mean, I see this PSG that's star-studded team, but it doesn't have a team actually at this point, and I don't know how to.
And worst thing is that like Wijnaldum is not like a leader.
No, he's not.
Like he,
He's not.
we saw his performance in Euro as a leader. Like he's not. So does Verratti. So they need someone who in the midfield who can actually like tell people like make this line or probably someone from the back who can actually speak, because Marquinhos he's not that vocal at all.
No, you need Argentine version of Leandro Paredes almost.
Yeah,
Who goes charging? But the problem with Paredes is whenever he's charged up too much sometimes, and he gets too many
yeah,
yellows.
he's sort of like he's sort of like Otamendi. I don't know.
Yeah, he's whenever he's
Yes.
on that mood, it's almost gonna be yellow for sure. And if you're not lucky, red. Uh, but yeah, there's you need even if we see some of the world's greatest midfield, say for example when Manchester United had Scholes and David Beckham on the day, or Ryan Giggs, those players would come and basically would kick, or Roy Keane for example, those were really gonna go against each other in the time. Or you had even Barcelona, Xavi. He would come and actually dictate the players, especially Iniesta doesn't used to speak much, but Xavi used to. You need someone like
Yeah,
that.
if you remember, like last time when Barcelona won the Champions League, because Luis Enrique was actually putting Xavi for the last 30-20 minutes to control the game,
Yeah,
like to have the position all the time. And he was like, the moment Xavi was in the pitch, actually, like everything has changed. He's not like because Rakitic came off and Xavi is doing his thing, like what he does with ball and without the ball. And there were also like something else, like like he was when Dani Alves is moving too far or something like this, he was covering this sort of position, or like telling Busquets to move forward or to push
exactly.
the counter attack, like
So yeah,
something.
totally. You need someone like that. At least
Yeah,
if someone doesn't shout, at least who has the influence on the field, and who can
you
tell
don't
the
have to
players.
be like stout or
No,
something like this. You just have to say like,
few
do
things.
your job,
Yeah.
man. Yeah,
Yeah, no, PSG doesn't have that. Definitely, it's almost like a Juventus midfield. I mean, I'm
yeah.
almost equivalent of Juventus midfield. Anyway, just moving on from that conversation of RB Leipzig. So
um
you're kind of backing RB Leipzig, and you're hoping Leipzig could make it. Hopefully.
yeah, let's see, fingers crossed.
Yeah,
But
but Manchester
they have
City
match.
and
Yeah,
yeah, that'll be a very tough one, and a very interesting one too. I mean, not just tough, a very interesting one.